What's going on, everybody? If you are watching this live stream as the recording after we went live, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Let me get set up here. Yeah, don't have a video out for you guys today simply because I did a lot of catching up over the weekend, so didn't get much done on Project Wilson, but been out here today working pretty hard on it. So we're here to answer any questions you guys have about Project Wilson, what we're going to do in the future with it, things that come, parts we're using, the way we're framing anything, countersink bits, aluminum sizes, anything you want to know. That's what this live stream is for. So if you guys have anything, feel free. I know there's not a lot of people in here right now. Let me, oh no. Live chat. I do not know why I can't see your questions. Uh-oh, this is not good. What is up? Okay, guys, I have no idea what's going on. I, for some reason, cannot see anybody's chat. Uh-oh. This is going to be interesting. Maybe I have to do it. I don't know. Why has this worked every other time except for right now? Hold on, guys. Trying to figure it out. Oh, there we are. Okay, what's up, Matt? How are you doing? No one was chatting, that's why. That's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, so just here to answer any questions you guys might have on Project Wilson and what we're doing with it. I appreciate you guys watching all the videos that we've done. I've been working pretty hard of getting you consistent videos out with a lot of good information to hopefully help you guys with your builds. But there's still a lot of questions, and so that's what we're here for today. But today we got the entire rear deck framed out, which is good. That video will be out Wednesday. Did not go as planned, so had to do a few adjustments to get everything right. The problem with a lot of the rear deck is that I don't have a lot of area to vertically support anything due to the batteries being back there, fuel tank, and the large hatch. There's a pretty large hatch back there, so it leaves a lot of open space in the rear of the boat, but vertically supporting things becomes tricky. So worked through those little issues today, got all that figured out. Got all the lids in. We are missing one lid, but I don't know where. We can talk about that lid later. I don't know what happened to that lid, but the ruler holder and the utility holder, what did you guys think about that? Was that kind of cool? Was it kind of, do you think it's pointless? I was just kind of curious your opinions on it. We're doing anything creative with wiring, lights, and accessories. Yeah, so we're putting a lot of lights in here. The original plan was to do very minimal lighting, and then the further we got into this, we were kind of like, let's just add a bunch of lights. So I have a really cool plan for the rod locker. I'm really excited to bring you guys that. I told the owner about it. He was all game for it. It's going to be pretty cool if I can pull it off. But I don't even think I'm going to let him see it until the reveal. So I don't know. That's probably the one thing that I have up my sleeve that I'm really excited about. We're also going to try to figure out how to put a hinge in the recess trolling motor. That way he has access to underneath the front deck as well to put anything up under there. But a lot of the lighting is going to be LED lights or LED little, like the 4-inch bars, stuff like that. Someone put up a comment and now it went away. I can't read it. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of lights in here. Deck lights, interior lights, cockpit lights. So pretty excited to bring you guys all that. And we're almost to that stage too, so that's going to be fun. Do you guys have any other questions on Project Wilson? Somebody, oh, there we go. I like the ruler mod tool. Anything that makes for easy access instead of digging into a tackle box or storage bin. Yeah, for sure. And you know, Aaron does a lot of the kayak fishing, so he's used to having that ruler as opposed to like a weight system. So I think that's pretty cool. I know it's been done in Tiny Boat Nation, but it hasn't been done a whole lot, I don't think. And a lot of us just use, you know, we go by pounds. So, but having a ruler for him that's easily accessible and right there was a pretty big deal for him. So I'm glad we were able to get that pulled off. And the gator guards too. Like, I don't know how I thought of that, but those worked very, very well. And I'm starting to use them for a lot of other different things. So if you guys have ever been on the fence about purchasing or using gator guards, like, I highly recommend them. But if you guys can, hit that like button for me real quick. I do appreciate it. What about making the cockpit smaller? What do you think? Okay, so this is put me on the spot, Aaron. Yeah, so Aaron's thought process is I have the electrical panel framed out right now, and it doesn't sit flush with, and by sit flush, I mean it's not the same distance width-wise as the hatch on the right side. It's closer towards the whole wall. And my reasoning for that was to give him a larger cockpit because I know how that area fills up extremely quick, and there's not a lot of room there to begin with. He wants me to bump it out so that it's aesthetically pleasing and looks better going down the side, which I don't disagree with. It will look good doing it that way. The only thing is it completely shrinks your cockpit area by about 5 to 7 inches, which doesn't sound like much, but in a smaller boat, it kind of takes a lot of room. So if you guys have any opinions on that, please let us know. How large will the chill box be? Also, from your own setups, how long will ice and chill box last? I don't know how long ice is going to last. I think Mike did one, and it lasted for a long time, his entire day. So, but the chill box itself is a 10 by 12, and it's 12 inches deep. So, and we're gonna have to cut a little bit of that out. It's gonna have to be angled because of the side of the hole, but we'll show you guys all that later. I know the owner passed on the front seat, but I bet you could come up with a creative way to mount a post, maybe like a tripod style. So I actually thought about that a lot before I brought it up to Aaron, mainly because it was something that we had originally planned in the design, and I felt really bad that we weren't, like, measurements weren't right and it just wasn't going to work. So I did think the only other way I could think of getting it in there would be to mount it on top of that middle hatch. Like, basically cut that hole out for that pedestal, set it on top, mount everything through that hatch. The only downfall to that is I don't know how stable that's going to be with that hinge, and over time what that's going to do to that hinge. Everything's aluminum, so you know, you start putting your weight to one side on that pedestal and you might end up pulling something out or rocking something the wrong way. So that was kind of like the really sketchy part about it, which is why we chose just to get rid of it. Plus, I think he's going to be you know, standing up for the most part on the front deck when he's fishing. So we are going to get one in the back though. So he'll have that to sit on as he's working the tiller, which we're changing this to a tiller, or he's changing the motor to a tiller. Or he'll be able to sit with his legs in the cockpit, sitting on like the live well lid and steering the tiller that way as well. So if anything, his co-angler is going to have a seat, but we all know if you're up front, you're doing a lot of the fishing. So if you guys can, hit that like button. If you guys don't have a whole lot of questions right now, the other thing you can do is go check out Tin Can Crew YouTube channel. It's essentially the Tin Can Crew is a bunch of us master builders from Tiny Boat Nation that are getting, you know, a nice YouTube channel together for you guys. We're gonna have a lot of content over there as well. Any special considerations for running a lot of LEDs from a wiring standpoint? Your wire gauge is very important. Also the fuses, how you're gonna fuse everything. I don't have an exact plan right now for all of the wiring. I know that I'm going to use the 14 gauge for any of the LED lights. Wiring standpoint. Oh yes. But we're going to have a fuse panel. We're going to have a switch panel, or fuse block, switch panel. And battery cutoff switch, and then I'm going to try to daisy chain as much as I can, but obviously I don't want to do a whole lot. I don't want to pull too much power through the 14 gauge wire, so that's something that I need to be a little more educated on as well. So we'll get that figured out though. It'll all be in the video. How many batteries will you be running in this boat, and how did you decide that? So his bow mount trolling motor is 24 volts, so he's going to need 2 batteries for that, and then we're going to need a 12 volt for accessories and the outboard motor to start it. So there's going to be 3 batteries in there. Yes, definitely adding lights. Ryan got sometimes special plan. Yep, you're right, Aaron. You gotta love those powder coated lids. How much money does that add to the bill? I think it's around $30 extra for a lid to be powder coated. And you're right, they look really good. And you know, I was hesitant on doing it because we're gonna be turfing all that anyways. But you are gonna still see the lid even when you do the turf. Now, if you do the carpet, obviously you're not even gonna see any part of the lid. So powder coating probably doesn't need to be an option for you, but if you're running turf, if you're not going to powder coat it, I definitely would be painting the ends of the lids somehow, some way. What's up, Blood, Sweat, and Money? How you doing? Great. Also, can't find the like button. Can't find the like button. It's gotta be there somewhere, man. What kind of trolling motor is he using? I asked because I bit the bullet and ordered the Garmin Force, which is 24 volt. Wondering if you will run all electronics off the 2 batteries. No, so you have a separate battery for all your electronics. The only 2, we're having 2 batteries specifically for that 24 volt trolling motor. That's it. Don't put anything else with those batteries. Someone asked me, I was going to answer something else. Oh, the Garmin Force. It's a good motor. We've tested out, I'm sorry, I'm out in my garage. We were fortunate enough to test out the Garmin Force, the Lowrance Ghost, Nate has the Ghost, and Mike has the Ultrex. And I will say that Garmin, me and Nick were in the boat and we hit spot lock, and that thing almost threw us out of the boat. I don't know if it, I guess I've heard that they have to get calibrated to the size of the boat. It was almost like the trolling motor was expecting the boat to be heavier and bigger than it was. And so when it was trying to spot lock, it was just going all over the place. So, excuse me, that was our only issue with it. But yeah, apparently there's a way to calibrate those too. chat. What's going on? Oh, click for the like button. What size motor are you gonna run? He's got a 25 horsepower Mercury that he's got for the back of this thing. Okay, that makes sense. What size battery can you use for all the other electronics? Honestly, it doesn't have to be anything super big, but then again, it depends on how many electronics you have running off it. We're gonna put a full size battery in this one, probably another Group 27, or is that what it is? I think it's a Group 27, but you gotta remember, like we're gonna be running multiple lights. We're gonna be running 2 graphs. We're gonna be running the pump for the live well, bilge pump. All that stuff's gonna be coming off of that one battery. And those graphs nowadays pull a lot of power, so you kind of want to have a dedicated power source to those items. So that's why we're going that direction. Yeah, maybe you did, man. What's the last one you saw? We just got the rear deck put in today. So I'm excited to bring you guys that one. I feel bad because I feel like I just show you guys framing and putting rivets in all the time. And I know that gets boring, but it's just part of the framing process. Okay, 2 rod lockers. No, so well, kinda. So we're doing 1 full rod locker. It's going to be a dedicated rod locker, and then the deep stow is going to have, right now I'm thinking 3 rod holder spots for maybe smaller spinning rods to fit into. He's definitely not going to be able to get like a larger rod in there, but he'll have at least some extra room for a couple other rods. How many rods? I don't know how many I'm going to get in. I'm hoping to get 7 in on the main rod locker side. So he should have a total of 10. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Absolutely. 100%. Are you building these boats for a living, or are they? I wouldn't say I'm doing it for a living. It is my full-time job. In the mornings, I work for Tiny Boat Nation, the website, answering y'all's questions, helping you guys with products, kits that fit in your boat, and make sure that designs work. I also do a lot of boat sketches. Yeah, and that's been really fun. I've learned a lot doing that and helping you guys. So I've really been enjoying that. So I usually do that in the morning, and then once all that stuff gets knocked out of the way, I come out here, I work in the garage, and I start working on the boat. And then when I'm done with the boat for the night, I'll come back in, download all my footage, and start editing a video. And that's how I've been doing it for the past couple weeks, maybe a month now. And it's been going good. I mean, it's a lot of work, but I like that I can sit, that I work on the Tiny Boat Nation site and I know your questions, right? So I use that to help me in my videos as far as giving you guys really good information, showing you guys actually showing you what your questions are, because sometimes it's just hard to describe some of this stuff. The last video was a live well, wasn't it? Yes, the framing for the live well. Yeah, I did put up Aaron actually invited me kayak fishing Saturday. So I got my first Hobie experience, and that was pretty cool. I'm not sold on kayaks yet, but I did have a good time. It was really fun. Aaron accidentally hooked into a crane, and so I made like just one of those, my first YouTube short video this morning. And put that up. So if you want to see that, it was like 30 seconds. It's not very long, but it's pretty funny. Instant message about that hose I asked you earlier. I'm anxious to watch the electronics and wiring happen. Okay, awesome, Shane. I'll get back to you, man. I've been out in the garage. What's up, Life on the Compound? How you doing, man? Who runs the logistics of TVN orders? Are you shipping products or just advice? So we have an actual store. Nick Barr is actually the guy on top of all that. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to the website, and that's what he does. So I just help him out. I'm just there to help. So tried kayak fishing once, but it was way too small for me. Yeah, I didn't feel like this one was too small, and I also didn't feel like it was too unstable. My biggest issue was like trying to pitch up under trees and stuff. Like I felt like I kept hitting the top of the water because you're sitting so much lower. And then when I would stand up and cast, by the time I made my cast and was ready to start fishing, it was like the boat was already, or the kayak, I'm sorry, was already kind of like pointed a different direction. And so then I had to sit back down and use the pedals to kind of like put the kayak where, I don't know. It was a lot. I wasn't used to it. So I definitely looked like a newbie out there. Storm and Norman, is that one of your hats you're wearing? It is. It's my sweaty old Fireant hat. It's the one I work in. We haven't made any of these yet. I think we're planning to, but as of right now, we don't have any. It's the only one. Motor mounting height. That I don't know right now. We don't have the motor here to try that. Aaron's getting that kind of tuned up before we really start messing with the motor, but I'll definitely remember that and we'll get that on there. Also, though, like if you're looking for, I know right now a lot of the jack plates and stuff are on back order for a while. That CMC PT35 is probably one of the most common ones for like the 25 horse area. And that one is not expected to be back in for, I think, another 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, if you can find one of those, definitely jump on it, because those things are kind of out hard to find right now. Did you decide on the turf for this boat? The color? What color are y'all? And the logos on the exterior? Shane, that's going to have to be held a secret for right now. I want to show all of that in the reveal video. So just so you guys know, my plans right now are to do the reveal video, and then we'll come out with the how to install HydroTurf and OrthoDeck. Hint, hint. We'll do a comparison video on those two products as well. The rod locker, I'm going to show you guys how to do the rod tubes and how to do that faceplate, but after that, you're not going to see the rod locker until the reveal video. So I'll probably have 3 or 4 videos coming out after the reveal video to show you guys how we did things, but all that is just to kind of build the suspense and keep you guys engaged with the entire project until it's completely done. So thanks, Davey. I really appreciate that, man. I'm working hard to get it out to you guys. There's a thunder chicken. Yeah, you caught a thunder chicken. Have you looked at on the fly manual? So I see them a lot in like my social media, I guess ads, but I've never used one or seen one being used, so I have no comment on those. I guess it was pretty cool. I guess it's all just by like a wheel that you turn up and down, so as you're getting up on plane, you can kind of adjust the motor to the height at which you want. I don't know what their status is on that. They might have some of those available right now. Is someone going to showcase Nate's builds on the Tin Can Crew YouTube? Would love to see his build process. Got to get that guy a videographer. Matt, you're not the first one that's told him that. Go over to his Instagram and just start blowing him up, because we've told him a million times to get a videographer. He's just not at that point right now. Eventually, I think he will. And I try to do as much as I can while I'm up there, and with whatever he sends me. But it's been a little difficult, for sure. It's just something that it's easier to do while you're there watching it, and you can get a mindset of how the video can go and all that. But Nate's definitely not a videographer. Just keeping us in the dark so we keep coming back. Yep, that's it, man. Thought about the jack plates and spot lock. What do y'all think? I'm in a 12-foot plastic jump boat right now, so spot lock isn't in my near future. I'll tell you this, man. I think somebody in the group is going to be working on a Pelican soon, or a Pelican type boat, which is going to be pretty cool because I started looking into them, and I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of considering getting one. Just as like a personal one that I can take out by myself. Um, they're pretty cool. I think they're cool. I think there's a lot of cool things that we could do with them. A lot of cool things that guys have done with them. If you're interested in any of those videos, just search on YouTube. And they're also a lot cheaper than the aluminum boats right now. Even on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, guys are wanting a lot of money for old aluminum boats right now. So the little plastic one might just have to do. Power pole. Motor mounting height is my problem now. I'm running a 115 Yamaha on a 17 foot with a 6 inch jack plate. Keeps poor posing. I honestly don't know that much about them, man. That 115, that's a big motor. Yeah, you're definitely gonna need something. I would look at the Bob's Machine stuff. I think that's for a motor that size, is probably where you're gonna want to at least start looking. If you're gonna spend the money and do it, that's a great company. I know that they make great products. Mine is a Sun Dolphin, hint hint, HDPE pods. Hey, the Sun Dolphin, maybe that is the one that he's gonna be working on. What size? His transom on Project Wilson, Ira, is that the one you're referring to? Why the F did YouTube notify me to watch this? I don't know, but I'm glad that you're here. I appreciate it. Do you have a question about Project Wilson? Yeah, let me check real quick, Ira. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. It's about 16 and a half. 16 and a half inches. Got to jump out for dinner as always. Enjoy it. Yeah, hey man, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm actually gonna jump off as well. I'm gonna finish up what I'm working on here, so I have a video for you guys come Wednesday. It's gonna be the rear deck. If you can, go over to Tin Can Crew YouTube channel, subscribe over there. We got some stuff coming down the line on that channel. And if you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to message me on Instagram or leave a comment. I really greatly appreciate you guys jumping in. Hit that like button before you guys jump off if you can. It helps a lot. And also, I've been trying different things with a lot of my videos as far as like editing. And so if there's something that you like or don't like, in those videos, just let me know. Because I'm always looking for feedback on that stuff. So anyways, guys, I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If not, stay tuned. Project Wilson is making some good progress. So thank you guys. We'll see you next time.